Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today I'm looking like a little bit of a weirdo. As you can see, these are quite different eye looks that I've got going on. But what I've done for you today is a hooded eyes do's and don'ts. So personally, I do have hooded eyes. There are varying degrees of hooded eyes. So you can have severely hooded eyes and you can have not so hooded eyes. I have not so hooded eyes, but at the end of the day, they are still hooded eyes and they are still quite difficult to work with, and it also means that you have to change up a lot of eye makeup looks to kind of suit your eyes. All you hooded eyed people out there will know what I mean by that. This is kind of what not to do. This is what I would say to do. If you're wondering, on my lips I am wearing this beautiful lip cream here. This is from Vanderbilt Cosmetics and I'll have the link for that in the description box down below. Otherwise, I'll just get straight into the do's and don'ts. I hope you find this helpful. When it comes to hooded lids, there are extremely varying degrees. You can have severely hooded lids where this part of the skin comes right down and almost covers the lash line. Then you've got hooded lids like me where there is still some mobile lid that you can see, but if I look straight on like this, you can see that they are hooded. I should point out one terminology that you're going to want to know when you watch this video is mobile lid. So the mobile lid, see when you blink your eyes, that part of lid that moves, that's your mobile lid. Anything above that is your crease, and then here it is your brow bone. So what I'm going to do first of all is show you what not to do with eyeshadow if you do have hooded lids. This goes for any hooded lids, no matter how extreme and how slightly hooded they are. So I've got a shimmery brown eyeshadow here. As you can see, it's got quite a satin finish to it. This color is Mulch, and it's from MAC. I'm putting that on my finger, and I'm just going to apply that to the mobile lid. Like that. It's taking all the strength in my body not to blend that up, but anyway, I'm not going to blend that up. I'm just going to leave that smack bang in the mobile lid. I'm now going to do the same thing on this eye, but I'm going to do it right this time. So I'm using this color here. This is a matte, same color that I used before, but it's a matte, no shimmer to it whatsoever. And this is called Wheat, and it's from Bobbi Brown. Again, I'm just going to apply it with my finger to the mobile lid. There we go. So when I open my eyes, I can't really see the eyeshadow that I've applied because my hood is covering it. So if you apply your eyeshadow and you look at yourself straight on in the mirror and your hood is covering where you've applied the eyeshadow, that is not good. You need to bring your eyeshadow up higher than that, and you need to bring it up onto the hood so that when you open your eyes and you look at yourself in the mirror, you can see the eyeshadow. So what you want to do is take your color and blend it up on top of the hood. I like to do it with a brush because it does all the work for you. I'm just using my favorite Bdellium Tools brush here. So I'm applying that all over my mobile lid and into where my crease should be. So as you can see, that's already making this eye look less hooded than this eye here. Now, one important thing to note from that step there was if you have hooded lids, try to avoid using shimmery colors or satin colors. You want to use matte colors. Let me tell you why. Look at the difference between these two colors if I kind of shine them in the light. This one's obviously got a shimmery satiny finish to it, whereas this one here is completely matte. When you use a matte color, that's going to absorb the light. When you use a shimmery color, that's going to reflect the light. Now if you apply a shimmery color up onto your hood, that's just going to reflect the light and it's going to make that hood look even bigger and even puffier than it actually is. If you use a matte shade and you bring it up onto the hood like I told you to do, that's going to absorb the light and it's going to push that hood back, so it's going to make it look like it's receding. So in simple terms, it just means that it's going to make the hood look further back and it's going to make your crease look a lot deeper than it is, and it's going to make your eyes look less hooded. Are you following? Another thing that you can get awfully wrong or awfully right, and again I'm using a shimmery color here and a similar color here that is matte. So this one is from Girly Cosmetics. It's actually a beautiful color, I do love it, but it does have that shimmer to it. So when my eyes are looking particularly hooded, I steer clear of this. It doesn't have a name unfortunately, but it's from Girly Cosmetics. It's just a makeup artist brand. You can get this kind of color in any cosmetics brand. And then this one here is matte and it is called Handwritten and it's from MAC. So a good thing to do if you have eyes in general, which most people do, is to elongate them by applying a darker color to the outer corners of the eye. On the incorrect eye, let me show you what you don't want to do. Right, so I've just applied that to the mobile lid and it is sparkly, which I've already told you is kind of incorrect if you have hooded eyes. And then on the correct eye, doing the same thing, putting it on the outer corner of the eye, but I'm going to blend it out. And you can blend it out with your finger if you want to. Make sure you bring that up onto the hood as well. And remember, you just need to determine how high you need to bring it from looking at yourself in the mirror. So everyone's got differing degrees of how hooded their eyes are. So depending on how hooded your eyes are is how high you're going to have to bring the shadow. I hope I'm making sense. If you have any questions so far, leave them in the comment box for me down below so I can answer them and try and explain it better for you so that you do get what I'm saying. So I've done the same thing but differing techniques. So this eye is still looking very hooded, this eye looking less so. Here is another mistake that hooded girls and boys make, and that is wearing winged liner. Depending on how hooded your eyes are, winged liner may be possible, but you're going to have to adapt it a lot to suit your eyes, and it may be completely impossible to do because if you open your eyes and you've got very hooded eyes, the hood is going to cover any winged liner that you've applied there really. So this is what is the wrong thing to do. Winged liner like that. This liner, by the way, I do actually love. This is the new liquid Chanel eyeliner and it is called Écriture de Chanel Stylo Eyeliner Pen in black. So as you can see, that is making this eye look even more hooded. It's just not a very flattering look for this eye. If you do want to wear eyeliner, what I would recommend is using a pencil liner. This is the Chanel Stylo Yech Waterproof Pencil liner. This is my favorite liner of all time. But what you don't want to do is apply it over the top of your lash lines. So my lash line's here and I've applied it above that. You don't want to do that because that's going to make the small bit of lid space that you have look even smaller. So it's just going to shrink it. What you want to do is apply your liner to the waterline. This might take a little bit of practice and getting used to if you're not used to doing it, but it looks so much better. It frames the eyes so much better and you're not going to have to worry about that making your eyes look even more hooded because it's going on the waterline. Let me show you. So as you can see, this eye is looking a little bit more open, this one's looking more hooded. Now we want to apply our highlights. So let me show you what you don't want to do first. I'm using this color here. It is a shimmery white from MAC and it's called Flawless Figure. Any highlight that's shimmery is pretty much going to work the same even if it's not shimmery because you're going to be highlighting the wrong area. So let me show you what not to do. Into the brow bone, brilliant. And I'm going to just bring that down way too far. So as you can see, this eye is looking even more hooded now because what I've done is I've just gone and highlighted the hood. So the hood is standing out even more than it was before. So avoid that at all costs. If you do want to do a highlight, which a highlight looks beautiful, is you want to keep it as close to the arch of the brow as possible. Do not bring it anywhere near the hood of your eye. Yes, you can use a shimmer for this if you want to, but make sure you stay as close to that brow as possible. There we go, that's all I'm going to apply. So that's quite different to that, yeah? Recently I heard some terrible advice that was given to hooded people, and what they said to do was, and I quote, because your top lid is so hooded and you can't really do much with it, you want to focus on the lower lid instead. So make it as defined and as dark as you can so it will bring more attention to the lower lid than the top lid. No, don't do that. All that's going to do, because this part is hooded, if you then go and make this area under here really dark and really defined, all it's going to do is make your eyes appear so droopy and it's going to drag everything down with them. Let me show you what that would look like. Eyeliner underneath the lower lash line, not the waterline. Eyeshadow. So not only is this eye hooded, but now everything is being dragged down by this really dark lower lash line, and her reasoning was, because you can't really do much with the top lid because it's hooded, you want to draw all the attention to the bottom lid. Basically, you never want to draw all the attention to the bottom lid in any makeup look because the bottom lid points down to the ground, and putting too much on the bottom lid can make the eyes appear quite droopy, and that's never going to be too flattering, is it? So of course you can apply eyeshadow underneath the lower lash line, and I would recommend that you do. I would usually say not to apply eyeliner there unless it's going to be on the waterline, but that's up to your personal preference. I'm just applying a little bit of shadow underneath my lower lash line just to balance the top eyelid, like that. So this eye is looking a lot more open than this eye at the moment. Like this eye is looking big, but not very good. Next point I have to make is mascara and how you apply it. Some people with severely hooded lids, I know because I've done makeovers on them and I've asked them to tell me like what their makeup routine is, and they sometimes say that they avoid putting mascara on at all because either it ends up on their hood if they're not using, you know, a waterproof mascara, or their hood covers their eyelashes so they just don't bother wearing mascara at all. And I always say to them, still wear mascara. Build your lashes up to as big as you can get them looking. Use a very volumizing mascara because the bigger your top lashes are, the more it's going to open your eyes up. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of mascara to this incorrect eye here. Not going to go to too much effort. Right. There's just a little bit of mascara. It's not doing anything for the eyes. And let me show you on the correct eye how to open the eyes up using the mascara. I have done a tutorial purely on how I use that mascara to make my lashes look huge. I will put the link to that video in the description box down below for you. So that is the finished do's and don'ts of hooded eyes. I hope that you guys found that helpful. I know it's a little bit complicated and a little bit hard to understand because it is kind of going into a little bit more advanced makeup artistry. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment box for me down below and I'll get back to you. You can tweet me and my Twitter account will be in the description box down below because I don't remember it off by heart. I also have Instagram, so feel free to follow me on there and you can chat to me on there too if you want to. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe so that you can see more videos from me and that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I helped you and I'll see you for my next video. Bye!